Hello, welcome to Cull the Weak Card Talk. I'm Brobnar89.
This is Shaka. Today, we are going to look at Omnipus and Tentacle, two cards that have a linked rarity in all likelihood. Omnipus, an 8-power creature that cannot fight. And it has play. Discard the top 8 cards of your deck. Play each tentacle from your discard pile one at a time. Note that it's for any tentacle in your discard pile, not just the ones that may have been discarded by the effect. Reap. Gain 1 for each friendly tentacle. Okay, let's go over to the tentacle. 3-power creature, taunt, skirmish. Tentacle cannot reap. Alright, what I'm seeing here is Omnipus can reap for each tentacle. So they're both in the same house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So each tentacle reaping would get you 1. But Omnipus can get the value from the tentacles even though they're exhausted. So if you play Omnipus and you have some tentacles on the field, you discard some more, then you can reap and you can get additional 3, additional 5. I mean, it depends on how many tentacles show up in a deck. So that can be a gigantic burst in one turn if Omnipus is ready. But yeah, now I'm realizing like on the turn you play it, it's not going to be ready. So you want to actually get the reap effect. So you get the setup with the tentacles. Then you have to go back into Unfathomable. But if the tentacles could just reap anyway, then like this effect, it's not that much of a boost compared to like, okay, if there was no reap effect and all the tentacles could just reap. If there's some way in Unfathomable to make this card be ready on the turn you activate the play effect, I think that would be really powerful.
Yeah, your opponent definitely has a chance to shut it down, either by possibly taking out the Omnipus itself or just taking out a few of the tentacles to make the reaping much less beneficial off the Omnipus. So, it's not going to be an instant game changer for you. It's definitely got some efficiency with the discard, but, with any random discard, you run the risk of discarding the cards you want. The taunting and skirmishing out of the tentacles is interesting to me. You can set it up so that the tentacles are protecting the Omnipus, which I think is kind of the idea, right? Like, I mean, it is 8 power, but it would be very sad to have your Omnipus taken out and then you've got a bunch of 3-power creatures that can't reap sitting on the board for you. So I'm curious to see how it plays out because I think you're right. It would be a lot better if you could use it the turn that you played it.
Yeah, to me, it seems like a similar design space to the gigantic creatures, except this involves many more cards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe we're only looking at 2 or 3 tentacles per deck. So that's 4 cards in your deck, and only one of them can actually generate amber.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I think this needs synergy and a synergy outside of these cards to be that effective, just at this first impression.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find anything about how many tentacles come in each deck. If anybody knows, please post a comment or something. Let us know, because I'm not sure if there's a specific number or a range. 8 would make sense, but 9 cards out of your 12-card house seems like a lot. So I don't think it's going to be 8.
8 would be like a reversal deck, I think.
I mean,
it's like you kill the Omnipus and then they can call it Unfathomable and fight a lot.
Right.
It's not super great.
If you get Omnipus at the exact right time, like if it's at the bottom of your deck, or maybe if you can archive it and like wait until you get to the bottom of your deck and you play it before you flip, that could be really nice for efficiency on your second run through the deck. But there's a lot of steps to getting to having some efficiency on your second run through your deck. It seems like a long walk to get there.
Yeah, the card we talked about yesterday, I mean, you play it and you're shuffling like a bunch of tentacles back in your deck. Seems bad.
Yeah, you don't want that. All right, well, this is Omnipus. Come back tomorrow for another card out of Unfathomable.